What's going on, everybody? Joe the Chocobo here, and we are going to do a blind episode today. Not that I'm going to be blindfolding myself or anything crazy like that, but... And not that I'm trying to make you deaf and trying, you know, slowly taking away your senses. But we are going to actually be doing something with Matter Overdrive today. And you might be like, okay... basically, I want to finally know what in the goodness gracious of me is going on with these dadgum Matter Overdrive things. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they do. I don't know anything about them. All I know is that they harass me a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Although, real quick, before I even do that, I'm going to check on my son, who is still fishing. Where are you going? Ow! Did you hit me with a fishing rod? And you still only caught one fish? That's miserable, man. Alright, so anyways, going to go ahead clear out some of these nerds. I almost killed Stormy. Alright. And we're going to go ahead and pick up our... Ooh, hey. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and bring this over as well. JK, I can't bring it over because I have too many things in my inventory. Good! Alright, well anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start dropping in all of these weird little doodads into here because I have no clue what any of them do. But we're going to try to figure out what this mod pack's about and all that good stuff, and hopefully it's a good thing. You know, hopefully it's something that's fun and we'll enjoy and I totally won't regret later. But first off, before we even consider doing that, I do need to do this. We did end up getting all this Minicio running. We had a problem, which is our channels were basically getting backed up. And so that was no bueno. But basically, actually, let me just make sure there's no tier above this one. Okay, there isn't. All right. But basically what we did is we restructured this a little bit. These interact directly with the inventories, right? So we just slap them on, like a crystal chest directly onto the Tesseract and then an import bus right onto there. This is helping out tremendously. And we also have 3 different Tesseracts that are all on the same channel and just trying to withdraw as much as they can. So that should withdraw the bottleneck issues that we were kind of receiving. And so you're going to start seeing this flowing a lot more easily. You can already start seeing, actually, quite a lot of experience essence, although the Minicio essence we also would have had a fair bit of, but of course I got into it and whatever else. Minicio also, for whatever reason, was the one that decided to get really badly impacted, I guess, from all that stuff, so it's fine, it's fine. We'll just kind of keep on plugging along. Alright, let me go ahead and just drop in these things into there, because I don't know what any of this stuff does, and I guess we're just going to go ahead and clear out Matter Overdrive dudes for a little bit. If I see a legendary, which I believe is an orange name, then I need to make sure that we take the time to delete them off the face of the earth, because if I do delete them, I think we get really cool loot. So it would be quite nice, if possible, to go get those things. Let me quick roll fast, just zoom around. Meh. Ah! That dude looks really imposing. I bet you're a special dude. Yep, you're orange. Come here. Legendary Sunny. Woo! Fancy. You had a big gun. I appreciate big guns. Little energy pack over there. I don't really want to mess with any of these guys. Alright, so we go ahead, drop in our Aether Dirts. I guess I'll drop in that Mithril Ore. I'm going to drop in the Growth Pulsers for now because I just don't want to deal with it right now, man. Alright, Energy Pack. The Legendary Phaser Rifle. 9.8 damage. Doesn't really sound that impressive. 120 speed, range 32, accuracy of 111, heat blank. And then that's it. That's all she wrote. So, okay, cool. Alright, listen here, little nerd. I wasn't going to murder you, but then you went one step too far. Alright. Anyways, apparently this mod pack, they have something called the Matter Replicator. It allows you to replicate matter, and it can create things and stuff. Apparently there's not a whole lot of compatibility here, so we have to be kind of careful about how we go through with this. Also, none of this stuff has EMC. That's another huge downside of everything here, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see how this all goes down. Yeah. Anyways, as I was saying. Killed by magic. Alright. We are going to probably want to start off with some of the basic things in here. I don't know any of this stuff, so if you're like Choco, Facepalm, you are a derp. That you are correct. I am a derp. Alright, I don't know any of this stuff. But very first bit of business that I think I want to do is I did see, so these are, you can become like an android, which is, you know, what what sounds better? Me trying to do surgery on myself or me trying to incorporate robot parts into my body? I think they all sound great. So I'm going to go ahead and apparently never find this. Ooh. Huh. Well, the more you know. Apparently I was wrong. There is one block that apparently has the ability to do this. Interesting. Let's see here. And Android, yeah, this one. This one looks promising. Alright, so I need an Android station, I think. Android upgrade management. I don't know what this all means. I thought I honestly was going to be building robots, but I'm starting to get the feeling that that's not what happens here. So I think we found all these things. We found a torso, a head and an arm. I think we actually have all those things in here. Head, arm, and torso. So yes, we do have all those things as is, and naturally I've lost where I am. Great. Alright. We're also going to need ISO linear circuits MK2 and MK3. And then glowstone, redstone is kind of whatever. Machine casing is going to require these titanium ingots. Now we have stumbled across these. These are not like something that's... Okay, you were being really obnoxious. But it's not like that we've never encountered titanium before, but we've never ever gone out of our way to pick it up. We've always just kind of ignored it. Also, for those of you who are curious about this, I have no idea what I'm going to test this on. But here, let's just we'll just take a stack of wood, throw it into there. Let's see how fast this goes. Bear in mind, this is without the watch of flowing time, which begs the question: what are you capable of doing with the watch of flowing time? Eternalis fuel, wood. Yeah, that's pretty quick. Yeah, one could certainly make an argument that's quite the Speedy Gonzalez. Cool. All right, anywho. So I guess we're going to go on a hunt for titanium. I do think that I have some stuff here at this base. And by I think, I mean I am 100% certain that I do have some stuff in this base. So let me go ahead and get all my Android little bits and pieces that we have all found over the times of playing the games and stuff. Blurb. I don't need any of this junk. And... nope. Ah, okay. This is promising. So, I do not see... Okay, I got some dilithium crystal in here. There's a cinnabar ore in there, which is actually kind of nice. We never really dealt with KwehCraft. I do know about KwehCraft a little bit. I did mess around with it a little bit actually before the server had actually gone into like full blown like we're on. I did kind of play with it. I'm aware of what it does, sort of, but I don't know. It's not high on my priority list right now. It was kind of cool, but it's not really very consistent, which is not a good thing for me. So I was like, I don't know if I really want to take the time with it. Is that literally all I had? Just one piece of robot? Or not even one piece of the robot. I had just one thing of dilithium ore or whatever. And another legendary phaser rifle. You see, now we're talking about some stuff that I can get behind. Arms, legs, you know, all the normal stuff. Energy packs, sure. And... yep, that all looks pretty darn good. Okie dokie. And then with that in tow, I guess we just have to go find it up. So let me go ahead and drop off all these robot parts and anything that's related to Matter Overdrive into here, because I do want to actually take the time craft some stuff, right? So that'll be pretty important. Although before we go on this epic quest, let me just make sure that I know what I'm getting myself into before I'm like, oh, this is not findable. So this machine casing thing, of course, required some titanium, which it literally looks like it's just titanium that's really requiring. Isolinear circuit. Whoa! What is this? Okay, I need something called a molecular inscriber. Okay, thank you, Choco, for using your brain and checking this out before we got anything done. I have no idea what you are. You know, a smart person might actually just search up the term molecular inscriber, but I am not a smart person, so for those of you who are wondering right now, what you did to deserve this kind of idiocy from me. It's not what you did, it's just that this is my standard state of being, and I apologize so very much. I don't understand. Isn't that like a block? Okay, molecular. Alright, molecular inscriber. Oh, okay. So titanium. Okay, so this is mainly a question of titanium. So let's go /home. This is gonna be our overworld location, of course. And let's go party, everybody. Let's go and party over yonder. Huh? Oh, the AOA guys. You guys are AOA nerds, aren't you? Yeah. Huh. I almost forgotten about you nerds. Oh, hello. This is really weird. Why are they spawning everywhere? Should I be concerned? Okay, just gonna go down. Go down to my pit of solitude. Oh no, I did not mean to pick that up. It's too late. It's too late, dudes. Down, 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 down. Oh lordy! The ring of fire. The ring of fire. Let's just chuck some of this stuff out of here. Here. Granite, marble, cobble, diorite, copper ore, gold. And... ah! Perfect. Dilithium ore. Wonderful. I need some of you. Alright, is there any more of that for you? Blue power. I guess I might as well hold on to you. I don't know what you are eventually going to be used for. Okay, some more dilithium crystals. Amethyst, quantum ore, cinnabar, lead, silver, blah, blah, blah. Ah, titanium. There you are. I was wondering when I was going to run into some good old-fashioned titanium. He said, not actually knowing too terribly much about titanium, but, you know, I'm just going to say that. Be friends, you know? We're going to be good friends. We're going to be good friends with titanium. Rose gold, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I think... where are we right now in height? 17? Okay, so we're roughly in Diamond Heightland. This right here is Diamond Heightland. So let's go ahead. Just murk things and cause wanton destruction. Oh, that's what I need to do. Alright, and... what we got going on here? Aluminum. Ah, more titanium. Excellent. Now, I am probably, in the midst of doing this, really kind of running over a whole bunch of titanium that I just will never ever pick up. That's my bad. You know, that's my bad. That on me. But, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. And actually, I'm just gonna run over these things. And hopefully I pick up some extra titanium. I don't know. I think I can pick it up that way, too, which is kind of nice. So... Let's proceed deeper into the cave. So, did I pick up some titanium right there? I cannot tell if I did or not. I don't know if I even found it. Alright, titanium right here. Alright, so if I do it that way. Okay, so I did pick it up. So, if I do it like this, do I pick it up still? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. I just needed to make sure that I was like not, you know, just destroying them and then not ever picking them up. But if my inventory is full up, I should be a-okay. Silver ore, which no one cares about. Nobody cares. Lithium. Magical mushrooms. Huh. Alright, moving onward. Ooh, we found charged Cirrus quartz ore in the wild! We did it! Wow. We actually found a legit... Wow. That's really, really unusual. I know you guys are just like, Choco, what do you care? You have plenty. But it's more about the principle of the fact that you don't usually run into it. So, kind of neat. Kind of neat to run into it. Alright. Titanium! Hooray! 26. No. No, some energon crystals, which is to do with Transformers, but I think just about everyone... Actually, I never really got into the Transformers mod pack, to be completely honest. Or not mod pack, but mod. Never really got into it, but I don't think I really missed too much from it. So, I'm not losing sleep over not having done that. Chance cube, no to the thank you. Alright, what we got going on here? Silver, aluminium, tessellite. I guess I'll take some tessellite. I don't know what you do yet. But I'm sure at some point I'm going to get curious. I'm going to be like, I'm going to need some of that. I didn't see. I would just like to take a moment to thank the entire realm of existence for allowing me to do something as silly as this, to go find the things I need, because this is ludicrous. Rhodium, cinnabar. Cinnabar is actually really good for smelting things on the fly, but not what I need right now. Whoop. Poked a hole. Alright, 56 trays. I just want one stack and I think I'll be good. One stack of the stuff. In addition to like the little bit of extra scrounging around bits. I think I'll be happy with that. It's so dark. I know it's really dark and spoopy. I'm sorry. There we go. There's some chance cubes to light up your life. And how many? We only have 24 of these crystals. I'm really hoping that these crystals aren't a big deal because they do seem to be relatively rare. So let's all have our fingers crossed that that's not what we're looking for, shall we? Die 100% broke 2 chance cubes. Ooh, what is this? Dark ore. You look kind of fancy. I'll take some of you. Niter. Okay. And back into the light we go. Okay, we got a little bit of dilithium, it looks like. And is that... it is. So give me... titanium. Alright, cool. So we are at that point now. Let's just go for... Here, let's just... Ooh. A house pet! Aww! That sounds really, really useful, actually. Here, I'll take a house pet. Aww, That's so cute. That's so cute. Throws him into an alchemy thing. Aww. Alright. So we got ourselves a little bit more titanium. We got ourselves some more dilithium. I think we had a pretty good haul. Ah. And now we have enough, I think. So I'm going to need some redstone. I'm going to need some gold. I'm also going to need some glowstone. I did see that. So let me go ahead and get those things out here. Let me just kind of amass my... Alright, so redstone. That was probably a little bit excessive. And then gold. I do not know why I capitalized that one letter. Gold, gold, or gold and redstone. I know what I'm talking about. Alright, and then this titanium stuff. Let's see. How can I get a good yield out of you? So if I were to pulverize it, I get 2 titanium, which I'm assuming redeems it to 1 per. So pulverizing does seem to be a pretty decent deal, I would say. Actually, I should probably be looking up like what you can do directly with it. And induction smelter seems to also have a pretty good time with it, but I don't have it, so lol. Sag mill will work. QED? Really? QED does this? Okay. QED actually works really well with titanium. I wonder why that is. Of all the randy stuff. Whatever. I'm going to go ahead and use a sag mill because I'm a savage. Wrong, 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 wrong. Alright. And then we should slash home goldfish. Alright. And then let's go ahead and sag mill these bad boys down. Huh. This is it on super speed, huh? I'd hate to see you on slow mode. I'm gonna hope you guys are all doing great. I hope you guys are doing grand. Drink of water. Get that titanium left going, you know. Alright, and titanium should be able to be replicated. Dilithium cannot be, though, sadly. That's a shame. But, alas. What could you do? Alright, there's 64. So if this can be duplicated, then perhaps we'll just start with whatever we got right now. I think there's no harm in that. There is harm in me doing it that way, though. And then our spooka machine. And Hachu. Alright. I will never get bored of that. Holy cow. It's so satisfying to just see it just all immediately done. Oh my lord. You guys, I don't know if you'll ever understand what kind of happiness that can bring to a chocobo. It just warms my heart, honestly. Just warms my heart. Alright. I need 2 machine casings, I do know that. I'm gonna need a piston, some iron, and a redstone, so... You know what, we get enough calls for pistons and stuff, so I might as well just put them in here. And then we'll just... Iron is kind of same boat, so we'll just take some of that stuff and just toss them into there. Let them do their thing. Alright, and then... Molecular inscriber. Alright, cool. And that looks really cool. Alright, so that looks really neato canito. It has no power. Okay, so I mean obviously we could do this in a number of ways, but I'm just gonna go back to here. I know it's like, but Choco, like, this is the point of the base, like why gotta be this way? But I'm just gonna do it like this because I am a savage. Alright, and that's gonna fill up with power very nicely. All neato canito. I have no idea what any of this stuff does. Alright, and then we are now one step closer to doing this. I need to make an isolinear circuit, which is going to be iron, redstone, and glass. So let me get iron. Thank you for the payment, Sheer Dearth. Here's some more bits for you. Thank you. I feed off these. Right, glass and redstone. Alright. Then there's an isolinear circuit. And then MK. I guess we'll just make a good number of these. Alright, so I think the other part of the equation of this is that I need gold. So that plus gold. Yep, it is going. It's just kind of chugging along. And then diamond is actually going to be required. Emeralds. And then I can eventually make that into a sniper. So let me go ahead get diamond out here. Because I only need one for now. Let's go ahead and put a second one into the works. Mother of mercy, this is slow. I am spoiled rotten, aren't I? Yes, I am. But darn it, I want to be spoiled some more. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, put this down. I know. Like, how bad can you be? But watch. And hey, you know what? If they're correct about this being a global thing, then I should be making all my machines faster in my dimension, which is only a good thing. Alright, so let's go ahead, throw that out there, put a diamond. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the kind of stuff that I need. Cool. Alright, so we got all that junk, and we got more of that junk, and cool. Let's go back home. The replication network is large. Think like an ME system. Well, fleet. That sounds horrible. That actually sounds terrible. Alright, Android station. What the fleep is that? Haru? Haruru? Haru to the Roo? Hello? Did I see that correctly? What the fudge is all this? Alright, titanium plates I know. Superconductor magnet? Okay. Alright, I guess. It's actually not that hard to make. Alright. Redstone. Let's go ahead and pick that up. What else was there? What's gonna need another one of those MK1s? I think I have plenty of them though. I'm gonna need some glass. I'm gonna need some ender pearls. I continue to type out ender pearls instead of just doing pearls, but whatever. Alright, and then like that. And with their powers combined, they can make me one of the... Just kidding. I do not have the titanium on me, so that will not be a go. Alright. Now, with their powers combined, I can make one of you. And I'll make literally one set. Alright, and then with this set of nerdy things combined, I shall maybe make you... No! Okay, one. Aha! Alright. We can fix it, we can fix it! Force field emitter, hooray! And then Android station. Hooray! Let's put in a head in there, I don't know, just one probably. And then one little torso, because we've been mutilating these things. And hooray! Look at that! I had made an upgrade state. I have no idea how this thing works. Biological entity detected. Access is denied. So let me get this straight. I created a block, and then the block was like, fleep off. Can someone explain to me why the block that I just made, I also made it so it would deny me access? Can someone explain to me what person makes a machine that they're like, yeah, this is a pretty good idea. It can do a lot of different things. We're also gonna make sure that we can't use it. This seems a little bit counterproductive, shall we say? So I don't know, man. I just don't know. I just don't know. All right. How does one become an android then? How, like... Oh, God. Oh, no. Whenever you look up something and then it's just like, hello. Welcome to the website with a lot of different things. I hope you're ready for your pain. And I'm like, So I need to be an android. I need to be an android, I suppose, to begin anything. This is weird. I am very, very confused right now. What is happening? Okay, so this thing is like a huge, huge, huge... Everything is related to another thing, which is related to another thing. That is painful, mate. I guess the first thing is I need to make a matter scanner? Matter scanner. Where does one find a matter? Matter scanner. Okay. I need an ISO linear circuit 3, gold, iron, and redstone. I can do that. Alright. And... let's go ahead. Drop these bad boys into there. Ba-dip. And I suppose I shall fetch a diamond out of here. But diamond into there. Make that an MK3. Alright, and then now that we have an MK3 matter scanner, I should just be able to make one. Okay. Alright, so let's open up the controls, because this is, again, I turned off all of this stuff. This is very spooky. X? Sure. C? No. V? No. B? No. N? No. M? No. No, it can't be A or F or G or H. J will work. And K? Sure. X, J, and K. Those are my magical buttons. Alright. X is not doing anything. J is not doing anything. K is not doing anything. Great. Am I missing something here? Am I... Hello? I am slightly confuzzled. What the flip is this? Also, how are you doing, Boris? You've still only caught one fish. You are... Listen, son, you're doing fine, but you are a real bad fisherman. I don't know if you found your calling in life yet. Huh. What does one do to make a matter scanner work? This is going to be very confusing. Alright, like, is there some strange... Hold on, let me go back and read this real quick. Okay, so in order to use a matter scanner, I need a pattern storage and some pattern drive. Okay. Pattern. Pattern. Picture pattern. Okay. Pattern drive. And there's storage. Oh, I don't like where this is going, fam. I do not like where this is going. This is looking an awful lot. It is looking an awful lot like ME. And that makes me super duper uncomfortable. Like, really uncomfortable. I'm really scared. Like, I'm actually kind of terrified right now. Here, let me just go ahead. Make a couple more of these nerds. Okay, and then with that 4, I guess we'll just do 2 for now. Okay. There we are. Alrighty. So, do I have any black wool? I do. Wow. Would you believe that? Alright. MK3. I need titanium ingots and machine casing and chest and blah blah blah. Alright, so I can do that. Let's get a chest. Just a regular chest will do. Throw that into there. Throw diamond and gold into there for the lulz. Throw these into there for the lulz. And then titanium I'm almost going to throw into there. We should be able to... Whoop. Nope, wrong. Titanium plate. Let's make like 3 of them. Alright. And then we will... Oh. Oh. We were so close, but I didn't have the machine casing. All right. Now I can rejoice, I think. So pattern storage? Hooray! Pattern storage. Pattern drive? Boo. Pattern drive. Pattern drive. Pattern drive. Alright, pattern drive and pattern storage. So I'm going to go ahead and guess that if I combine those two... Where art thou? Okay, pattern storage. There it goes. Filling up all that stuff. Oh, gosh, golly. Alright, matter scanner is now in there. I am legitimately terrified. So what is this online now? Okay, so now this is bound. Okay, so now this is bound to... Whoa. Will it ever finish? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ignore that image. That's just the image that happens whenever whenever I'm about to start stream. I never shut it off today. Well, so if you have this mod, don't scan your wheat, apparently, is what we're learning. It's not like Thaumcraft, where it's like, scan everything, run around and grab them all. No, don't do that. That's bad for everybody. It's bad for business. You don't want to do that. You just don't want to do it. But we're going to go ahead and reload. And hopefully, when we get back, we're not going to get the wreck, is what we're hoping. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see whether or not the wreck will still come for us or not. But you know what, actually, guys, I think that'll be a good opportunity for us. Let's leave it off right there. And alright, so we're gonna go ahead and call it there, and we'll be back next time with more Matter Overdrive, I think, maybe. And we'll just kind of poke around for a little bit. I will be kind of out and about, so there will be no streams for a little bit from like the 24th. Well, I'm actually not going to be here from the 23rd, actually. Holy dang, that's really soon. All right, so the 23rd through the 30th, actually. So basically all the way up to the end of November, I am not going to be here. So yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to be a thing. But we'll have to go ahead and see how we can get things rolling along here. The videos might be on kind of a weird schedule, so just be aware of that, but should be a-okay. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for the episode. I'm sorry that it crashed. Let me just log in, make sure that we're still okay. Are we good? Are we okay? Ten years later. Whoa, what happened here? Oh crap, I just scanned it again! Choco, did you learn nothing? See you guys next time.